Hi guys, and welcome back. It is that time of month again where we start planning for our next month in our bullet journal. Of course, this next one is going to be December, and honestly, I am so surprised. I can't believe we're already past halfway through. No, I can't believe we're already halfway through November, and December is rolling up on us really fast. It's unbelievable that a whole year has passed us by and I feel like I've done nothing. Although that is sort of reasonable considering what is going on in the world, but still. So we're gonna start off this bullet journal with, this bullet journal month with some paint pens. For our cover page, I'm going to be using the same paint pens throughout the whole video, and I'm actually testing out the Archer & Olive acrylographs. I chose 3 different greens and 3 different reds, and then I also chose a periwinkle type color just to kind of offset it. However, the theme color for this month is supposed to be silver. I really just want to kind of incorporate this like winter Christmas theme vibe going on with all of the foliage and the flowers and the berries, and with the colors as well. The periwinkle I think ties very nicely with the rest of the colors, as well as the silver. It's almost like that middle ground between the colors and the silver. So then I'm just going to be doing some faux calligraphy for the title in that periwinkle color. I don't show it, but later I do go back to fill in that faux calligraphy part. So now we're moving on to the monthly setup, monthly calendar setup. Yeah, that one. So I do faux calligraphy for the month once again in that periwinkle color, and then I'm laying down the days of the week in a white Posca paint pen. I wanted to lay down the words first because once I start doodling the winter foliage, I really wanted it to kind of like blend in behind the words, so I did the words first. I know you can just kind of draw on top with the paint pens afterwards, but I think I'll try that next time. I originally wanted it to kind of like end with like almost like a what do you call it? Like an outline, like a stroke outline where there isn't anything there, but didn't quite work out that way. So I'm just filling the entire page that isn't going to be the calendar with the same type of greenery and berries that we sort of had on the front cover page. Like I said, I'm using the same 6 colors throughout the whole monthly setup. just want to apologize for the fact that my head keeps popping into the footage and sometimes it takes over the whole thing and the camera ends up focusing on my head instead of what I'm doing. My explanation is that I am actually quite, like, my vision is pretty bad and it's actually quite difficult to see what I'm doing because I had sketched out all of the foliage ahead of time and then I used a one of those like art erasers and kind of lifted off most of the pencil, and then I couldn't see it after that, so please excuse my head bobbing in and out of frame. Yes, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, and now we're going in with a silver jelly roll, the color of the month, and I'm just going to draw in those lines, of course, to do a floating monthly calendar like I do every single month. The silver actually came out beautifully and it pops really nicely with the colors of the leaves and such. And then I made a little boo-boo at the end and I drew the line too long, so you'll see me go in with a Sharpie just kind of to mark off where it should have ended, and then I'll color in that extra part later. Next we're going to fill in the numbers for the month using that periwinkle color. I also did the faux calligraphy off camera, if you guys can tell in the title. And then I'm going to fill out the calendar with important dates like birthdays, Christmas, when some school stuff is due, when my last day of classes are for the semester, and of course, when bills are due. Now we're rolling on to the next spread. We're doing the same kind of thing with the winter foliage and leaves and such, but I'm just doing it like a big strip across the top. And then you don't see it in the footage, but I had to think for a while what I was doing with this spread and the next spread because I couldn't remember what I wanted, like what I had planned. And then I remembered that I was going to do a 2-page spread for expenses this month. So I'm going back in with that periwinkle color and just writing the word expenses in faux calligraphy up top. Now you'll notice that I cut off my P. It's because I wanted to keep the title within that kind of like border on top, which I'm okay with, that you can't see the P go all the way down. And then of course I just draw in the table like I always do with date, description, cash, debit, volume, Visa, plus, minus, and amount. And then we're on to the next spread. So we're doing the exact same thing across the top. I'm just writing in waiting on for one side of the page, and the other side of the spread is going to say brain dump. I noticed that I haven't been using my brain dump very often, probably because I'm in school at the moment, so there isn't really much for me to really write down at the moment. So I really only need the one page, and then I'm going back in and just filling in that faux calligraphy look. Alright, and now we get working on the foliage in the top bar. This one was really difficult, mainly because of the fact that there are so many words at the top that I really had to work my way around them when I was drawing the leaves underneath. I think next time I will definitely just draw everything underneath first and then just write the calligraphy on top. It might be a lot simpler that way, but like I said, I was thinking of having more of like a white border, that's the word, around the written words so that, you know, it looked kind of cool. But it didn't quite work out that way. So it was quite difficult doing this band across the top while trying to not color on the words. I sketched everything out a couple days ahead of time just because I'm not very spontaneous when it comes to doing like a lot of leaves and stuff and plant drawings and things like that in like a pattern like this. It's not really a pattern. So I did really want to plan it out, plus I didn't want to constantly be drawing the same like 3 leaves that I like drawing over and over and over again. So I had to plan out where things were going. Please excuse the shadow. It is now dark in my room, so I had to turn on a bunch of lights. But of course the light for my whole room is behind me, so I hope you guys can still see what I'm doing, even though everything is wrong, like my head keeps going into frame and it's dark and my hand is in the way, but that's okay. And once we're done with the leaves and such at the top in the banner, I use the silver jelly roll just to draw a line at the top to separate the banner against the rest of the spread. So I decided to go in with a white Posca marker to kind of create a shadow, a drop shadow, to make the words stand out more. But after I finished, I realized I didn't like it all that much. Unfortunately, I had also already did the other headings on the other pages, so that kind of sucked. But not much I can do to fix this one, guys. So that's okay. I can totally live with this, but I do really wish that I hadn't done this. And then we're on to our weekly spreads. I'm keeping it simple. again, just because school will be over, I think, in the second week of December. And then after that, it's not like I'm really doing much anyways, so I doubt I'll be planning very much in my bullet journal. So I decided to draw the leaves and the plants as a backdrop to like the word Sunday and then the date that it is. So I'm just doing that all on the left side of each page. So I'm just doing a singular plant drawing, or, you know. And each week is on one page because I don't fill out the days very, like, it doesn't get very full, so I don't need a lot of space to do all of that. But yeah. So at the top of the first page, it only says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I later on I go back and fill it in with the periwinkle color for November, so that it just separates the 2 months. I apologize for cutting you guys out of this. I completely forgot that you cannot see that bottom part, even though I can see it a lot better down there. But I'm just using the silver jelly roll to create the dividing lines between the days and the header at the top. Then I go in with the white Posca paint pen and I just write Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I fill in the days of the month as well. And I actually really like the way this turned out. The white pops really nicely against those colors, and the foliage, it looks really cute. And then we're essentially doing the same thing for the rest of the weeks in December. Wow, shocker, right? Are you guys bored yet of seeing me do the same thing over and over and over again? I will say this did take a lot of planning, but it was a lot of fun, and I actually really enjoyed using the Archer and Olive acrylographs. These are really, really cool. Can't wait to actually try doing some paintings with them, but they work so much better than I thought they, like, I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting them to really, like, pill the pages and really, like, pull them apart. But they actually worked really well, and I'm surprised because sometimes if I lay too much gel pen, like ink down, it starts to tear up the pages. But I noticed that with the Archer and Olive pens, as long as you let them dry, and then go back in with your next layer, it was fine. The paper handled it really well. And on top of that, these pens are easily layerable. Is that even a word? I don't know. But anyways, it's a word now. Easy to work with, super opaque, and I thought I'd have to shake them like a lot, but you don't have to shake them that much, and they're very opaque, so that's a plus. I will do a swatch for you guys soon, eventually. One of these days. But yeah. I just realized that this is the last month, which means I need to figure out which bullet journal I'm going to use next. Well, I mean, not in terms of brand, because I have like 1,001 Archer and Olive bullet journals that I have to use, but I wonder which cover I'm going to choose for the next one. I will pull them out and take a picture, and you guys can vote. You'll just have to check out my Instagram for that. And yeah, and then we're on to our last weekly spread of December. I really like having these singular leaf patterns as like the background for the day of the week and the days of the month. It's actually really vibrant. And these colors turned out so much better on the black paper than I thought they would. Even the super dark color. I thought it wouldn't show up very well, but it's actually not doing too bad. I was afraid that it would just kind of blend in with the black, but it's not bad. Especially that dark green. I was really worried for that one. Alright guys, and that is the end of the bullet journal spread setup. Yep. So I hope you guys enjoyed this month. I did a lot more doodling than I usually do, and it was kind of nice. I really enjoyed the colors for this one, and I hope you guys had fun while planning with me if you were, or just had fun watching this in general. I really enjoy this pop of color. It's very nice not just to have it so monotone as I have for the past few months. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Click that like button and please subscribe if you guys are interested in seeing more. See you guys soon.